All right, let's go with rapid fire now. Obviously, we just talked about it. We just talked about the both New York teams. Which one do you think is better, the Jets or the Giants?
Man, I will go with the Giants because I think they've both beaten the Packers, right? Back to back weeks. So they have that kind of together, the signature win against the Packers. But the Giants beat the Ravens, and that's a good quality win. So that's back to back quality wins right there. So, but again, maybe the Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers teams are frauds. I don't know, but I'm going with the Giants.
I'm going to go with the Jets. Obviously, they go to the Packers. They win on the road. Their defense is good. They really shut out Aaron Rodgers for most of the evening. So I definitely I'm not sold yet on the Jets, but they're getting closer and closer. I think they're a good team. Which team should be more concerned, the Packers or the Bucks? Both are 3-3, and Brady and Rodgers have not looked good. And from what I've heard and seen around Twitter, is that the Packers are looking for wide receiver help.
Yeah, they're one of their best receivers, Randall Cobb in 2022. That's how much help they need, and he just got hurt. So they're definitely looking for wide receiver help. Maybe an Odell Beckham Jr. goes over there. We'll see. He's in a lot of trade talks, but uh, yeah, I think I'm. This is a tough one, Fernando. I think I'm more concerned about the Bucks. I think the whole mess with Tom Brady is starting to catch up to people. They kind of maybe find it annoying, but I still think this guy could do whatever he wants. What, 7 Super Bowls? I lost track, Fernando. But I just gave you the rushing numbers. They couldn't do anything against the Steelers. The Steelers. I think the Bucks are worse off right now.
I would have lost that ring to keep my 7 rings. I would have lost that one ring to keep my 7 rings.
But
No,
he already has the 7 rings. You're gonna do that again to Giselle?
you guys are acting like nah, you're gonna try. You're not gonna get me.
Nah, that would be good
What?
for the
No,
TikTok.
no, hell no. Because I know that there's a lot of supporters out there, Giselle. I'm going to go with the Bucks as well. I think that I'm going to go with the Bucks. Their defense is not good. Their offense is really shaky.
Stop
The
agreeing with
offensive
me.
line is terrible. He was MFing his whole offensive line, so I definitely think that the Bucks are in a lot more danger. Gilbert, we have another quarterback controversy. Are you going Bailey Zapp or are you going Mac Jones once he's healthy?
Isn't it Zappy? I gotta get the name right. Bailey Zappy or Bailey Zapp?
Same thing.
I will go with Bailey because I don't remember the last time Mac Jones had 300 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, and I think maybe no turnovers. I forgot the stat line, but this Bailey guy, man, he's doing well. And the last time the I'm going there for now. I'm going there. The last time the Patriots had an unknown quarterback do this well was Mr. Tom Brady. So
Well, I mean, I'm,
Bailey.
I'm just doing this because I remember Mac Jones last year.
Oh, okay. So you're
Pretty,
going Mac
pretty
Jones.
at one point, but no, heck no. I'm going
Oh,
Bailey. Right, the hot
okay,
hand. Are you
okay.
kidding? Right, the hot hand. That's the problem with the NFL now. People are like, oh well, we should know. Go right the hot hand. That's the only reason why, in a sense, like the 49ers made it to that Super Bowl a couple of years ago when Colin Kaepernick took over. He added a different spin to that offense.
Mm.
Obviously, at the end, he didn't know how to read a defense and he kind of messed up
Oh yeah.
in the Super Bowl. Well, yeah,
Keep
that's
going
what
with the story,
happened.
by the way.
But no, well, I mean, so obviously that. But I mean, Bailey looks like he's a good player. I would stick it out. I do the same thing like I told you with the Cowboys. Now that Cooper Rush is lost, now they're gonna be like, oh well, here's a perfect chance to. I'm sure Jerry Jones was in the shower and he thought about it and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna put Dak Prescott
Well,
back in
maybe
there.
Bill Belichick is in the shower having a moment about Mac Jones or
Maybe who
Bailey.
knows? Eagles look like the best team in the NFC. Who is the second best team in the conference, Gilbert?
Oh man, I should have wrote it down here. I don't know about this one.
They all
What
look like
about
crap.
go to my power rankings here? I guess
The
it'll be the
Vikings.
Vikings, right? It's such a weird NFC look here. Like these, like the Giants and the Vikings, the Cowboys, the Eagles. These are all teams that we never expected to kind of do so well. Well, maybe you had
I
the
did.
Eagles, whatever. Okay, whatever. But I
Look at
guess
the, look at these divisions. Like,
at the standings here.
yeah, like look at them. Like look at this division. 3-3, 3-3. The Falcons are second in the freaking NFC
Uh,
South.
I'm just going Vikings out of the record default, Fernando. Like, do they have any quality wins here? Like, who's a good team? Did they beat the Dolphins with nobody at quarterback? I don't know.
Well, they
Your
got the
turn.
they got the piss beat out of them by the Eagles
They
24-7.
did.
So
They got crushed. Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Vikings as well. I mean, who the hell else am I supposed to choose?
it's
Like
a weird NFC.
it really. Oh, you know what? Wait, the Giants are 5-1.
Pick them.
No, I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Minnesota has a better defense. They have some playmakers. They have Patrick Peterson. They have some good players over there. I'm gonna stick with Minnesota. That's a lot of Minnesota heavy here today. Gilbert,
And New Jersey.
fair, huh?
And New Jersey.
Exactly. Fair or foul for Sauce Gardner to put the cheese head on his head while walking around Lambeau Field.
Lighten up, people. Have some fun here. Yeah, it's fair. Cheesehead. I think there was even a couple of Lambeau leaps by the Jets too. So
Yeah,
keep doing it, man. I don't know. I like it.
I'm saying it's fair. Shut him up. Shut them up. Make them not do it. Win, and maybe they won't do that stuff. So I'm definitely all for it.
Shut them up.
Yeah, no, 100%. Gilbert, yesterday there was a play yesterday where it was at the or Sunday. It was at the end of the game, and Saquon could have walked this into the end, or he could have walked into the end zone and given fantasy owners a touchdown. But he decides to do the honorable thing for his team, and he decides to slide down and just so that they can take a knee and end the game. This is what Saquon had to say after the game about why he decided to do that. Here is the video right now.
What are you gonna say to those fantasy fans?
Yeah, I know the fantasy fans are gonna be a little upset about that, but I got a job to do, and that's to do whatever I can to help my team win a football game. And anytime you can make a play that can secure a victory, you got to do that. And
I'm all for it. What are you?
Yeah, he's not on my fantasy team, so you got to win the game here. So that's why I don't care. But like doing the math though, like say they would have been a touchdown, it would have been like an 11-point game. They still would have won. I think I felt like maybe go for the touchdowns. Maybe like at the end of his career, he has 99 rushing touchdowns. He could have had one more for 100, and it could have been right there, Fernando.
All right, now I'm with you. I think it's fine. You're doing it for your team, dude. Fantasy owners, what the hell with them? Do it for your team. Now that's why you're 5-1. Can you imagine if he would have I don't know, anything could happen. He could have tried to walk into the end zone. Guy comes up, punches the ball out of his hands. You never know. So I've seen a lot of stuff covering the Chargers for years. So obviously, I feel like any other team could get some of the voodoo.
I didn't think about that. That's actually these guys had.
Man, there was a year, and you're gonna get mad, but I don't care. I'm gonna go back to the San Diego years. It's Halloween night.
Bingo.
The Chargers should needed to kneel the ball down. Nick, I can't remember who the kicker was. No, I can't remember who the kicker was. All they had to do was come in, kick the game-winning field goal, and that was it. Phillip Rivers hikes the ball. It hits the back of his hand. They fumble. Chiefs grab the ball. You're a jackass. And they end up winning the game like that. And you could see Phillip on the sideline going, "This is the worst day of my life." Like, you could he was so pissed. But it's all that.
I know a certain fella here who could point out many bad days for him.
Oh, well, you leave my innocent brother alone. All right, Gilbert, with all these firings, you're looking at them fire your ass.
Oh, man.
You're taking a sleep. With the firing of Matt Rule by the Carolina Panthers, which head coach do you feel like has the hottest? Whose ass is on fire? Ron Rivera, Nathaniel Hackett, Dan Campbell, or Cliff Kingsbury?
Oh, man.
I think Cliff was smart, admitting that maybe he gives the play calling to somebody else. I think he kind of saved his life, and he just signed an extension.
I know. It's a tough one. I think it's definitely Ron Rivera. I think he's been there a couple of years now. But if I had to pick one, I think it'll be Cliff. They're not doing anything. I know he just had in the contract, I say, but Cliff's offense is really, really bad right now. One of those two guys.
But Cliff could sit on his ass for the next 2 or 3 years and just take the money that he's going to get owed by the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, put it this way: who's been on Compas and who hasn't? Fire the other guy who hasn't been on.
All right, let's do that. I think it's going to be Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell. He's 2 years in, and I know that people are excited about him, but I just think that he hasn't fired his defensive coordinator. They're still a bad defense. They still haven't done anything. We're only 6 games in, but as of right now, I think Dan Campbell may be
7-year contract for him.
The odd man out. Gilbert, what do you attribute to fantasy football being down 22% compared to this point last season?
Honestly, I don't really know, but this is what I will say. Stop complaining, draft better, trade better, and then spend money on Kenneth Walker like I did. People were giving me crap for saying I spent $42 on Kenneth Walker. He went off for me. Do better. Stop complaining about 22% down. Get out of here.
Yeah, draft better. That's what I did. I mean, look at me. I'm 6-0 in one league. I'm 5-1 in the other. So
Yeah, we're
all.
not complaining here.
I'm not complaining. Hell, I'm all good with that. I mean, if you're complaining, get the hell out of here. But